Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris Owens, otherwise known as Chris Oledude, and if it's Saturday night, it must be the People's Voice Cafe. All right. This is a party. This is a party. Welcome to the Chris Oledude Benefit Birthday Bash. Sponsored in collaboration with the People's Voice Cafe. It is my honor to be supporting the People's Voice Cafe as an artist. And the People's Voice Cafe is a unique institution in New York City. For those of you who are not familiar with it, it has been around since 1979, and it is a place where every Saturday night there are performances by artists who truly have something to say. Personal stories, stories about the world, everything, you know, it's wonderful. And so people should come out and check out the People's Voice Cafe. You can go to peoplesvoicecafe.org to do that. And basically what you'll see is artists of different types. And it used to be, you know, mostly folk-oriented, because those were the folks who were coming out to see small groups of artists perform. But over the past few years, and with greater and greater aggressiveness, it has involved more and more younger people, more and more people of color, which is very, very important. So I encourage everybody to visit peoplesvoice.org, subscribe to the mailing list, try to become a member, if you're interested in becoming a member, and that will be very helpful to them. And it's one of the organizations that's benefiting from the proceeds generated by this concert tonight. I want to thank everybody who's here, and clearly I want to thank individually every one of these wonderful ensemble members who are here tonight as well, but I'm going to save that as we get through the program. You just heard a version of Peace Like a River, which was designed to get us all pumped up and started, and it's a song that all of you probably know out there. The next song we're going to hear is an original, and all the rest of the songs you hear are going to be original by me, some written more recently, some written a while ago, and the title of this next song is Man o' War. Basically, if you can imagine a mother, a father, talking to their child about wanting to be a soldier or somebody who is engaged in any kind of killing. I won't just talk about state-sponsored killing. I'll talk about any type of killing. Somebody who wants to go to war against people with violence. And I think in this day and age, it's particularly relevant. So we're going to perform Man o' War. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
My son, I saw you play with a gun yesterday. My son, I heard your mouth speak of glory and fame. My son, I have seen your eyes sparkle and dance. My son, I have felt your heart thrill at new romance. My son, they have filled your head with lies, murder in a grand disguise of fun, murder as fun. Don't let me hear you say you wanna be a man of war. Don't let me hear you say you wanna be a G.I. Joe. Too many boys have lost their youth. Too many old men have hid the truth. Don't let me hear you say you wanna be a man of war.
My son, I can't tell you, but some others can. My son, have you talked with your fatherless friends? My son, would you shoot a man right between the eyes? My son, could you live life when all your friends have died? My son, could you leave your love alone? Sacrifice your child and home for a gun, home for a gun. Don't let me hear you say you wanna be a man of war. Don't let me hear you say you wanna be a G.I. Joe. Too many boys have lost their youth. Too many old men have hid the truth. Don't let me hear you say you wanna be a G.I. Joe.
What are we doing? Who are we losing? Someone please tell me what's going down. Yesterday you were so small and so with a gun yesterday.
My son, I heard your mouth speak of glory and fame.
My son, I have seen your eyes sparkle and dance.
My son, I have felt your heart thrill at romance. My son, they have filled your head with lies, murder in a grand disguise
Of fun, murderous fun.
Don't let me hear you say you wanna be a man of war. Don't let me hear you say you wanna be a G.I. Joe.
Too many boys have lost their youth. Too many young men have hid the truth. Don't let me hear you say you wanna be a man of war.
War,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, speaking of men of war, it is all too appropriate to sing this next song, given what's going on in the world. But, you know, what's interesting, with the attention that the Ukraine gets, the attention that Ukraine gets for the conflict there, and it is justifiable. Every bit of attention is justifiable. All these atrocities are horrible. This should not be happening. But at the same time, there are other places in the world where things should not be happening. Bombing in Yemen, to say the least. Other atrocities and other issues are happening in other parts of the country, including the Middle East and other areas. Too much violence, too much state-sponsored violence. So this song, which was one of my first original songs, is entitled Save the Children. And you know what? I'd really love a bottle of water at some point, because I didn't drink my tea, and I'm beginning to feel it. So thank you. This song is entitled Save the Children. And it is directed as much to the people here who engage in those sorts of things as to the people over there. So join us on Save the Children. Thank you, sir. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sellers of death, you tell a lie. Wish to live, but work to die. Traitors and murder every day. Blood won't wash your sins away.
Building an arsenal of tears.
Glass house peace from solid fear.
Strength meeting strength, but in the end,
The hardest hit are uncontent.
Violent nations on all sides. As the bombs fall, hear the babies cry.
How does a bomb apologize to the child who's lost her eyes?
and how can our government explain the randomness of the insane?
Wrong's always right as we defend.
Right's all wrong for innocence.
Natives, invaders, helping hands.
All 'cause graveyards to expand.
Violent nations on all sides. As the bombs fall, hear the babies cry. People, save our children. Why should they have to die? Give me one good reason why they should die for our sins. What is an opportunity in death? Sacred freedoms never felt. What is an opportunity when bombs threaten you and me? Parents, the children dying there.
Are your children dying here?
Raised in acceptance of the bomb.
Is your child just a pigeon home?
Callous from the fear rules their lives. Will they still care when the babies cry? People, save Thank you very much. Yes. That's our string section. Save the children. So one of the things that we have to deal with when we're dealing with the international issues, and this show is sort of broken into 3 sections. The first section is going to deal more with the global, bigger issues. The second section is going to be a little bit more personal. The third section is going to be a little bit more inspirational. And at the end of the show, I should just let you know, there are going to be 2 videos shown at the end of the show after we finish the live part of the performance. So we hope you stay tuned for those videos, one of which you may have seen before, the other one you may have seen before as well, but those will be coming later. But this next song, also written in the 80s, reflected my frustration with the corporate culture of the time, or the corporate militaristic culture of the time, and it's entitled Prophet Man. And it was kind of inspired, I will freely admit, it was kind of inspired by Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. Beethoven's very inspirational to me, but then again, so was Prince and Jethro Tull and a whole bunch of other folks. So we can mix it up. We can mix it up. So this is called Prophet Man. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. He stands before me, a man and yet a stone.
Cut diamond eyes with reddest rubies as his blood.
His muscles, his voice, the bomber's roar.
Oil is his wine.
Gold is his soul.
I know his time.
Greed has his toll.
I know it's time.
Nuclear toll.
I tell you that I know his time. Turns of history, you control the process, you have owned the freedom tools.
Every hope and every dream has become distorted. You created every rule.
You are the chains of millions and the whip for every day.
Tortured lips, corrupted minds are the stones that pave your way.
Fire in my eyes, feel the pounding heartbeat, smell the scent of something new.
Hear the swells in every cry, taste of my frustration. Time is not a friend to you.
You are the chain of millions and the whip for every day. Tortured lips, corrupted mind are the stones that pave your way.
Saying no more Feel the pounding heartbeat, smell the scent of something new.
Hear the swells in every cry, taste of my frustration. Time is not a friend to you.
You are the chain of millions and the wind for every day.
Tortured limbs, corrupted minds are the stones that pave your way. Prophet man, we are saying no more war and misery. Brave new world, we embrace the end of rape and slavery. Prophet man, iron fists have ruled this world for too long.
Join hands, join hands,
Join hands with our justice, we will right these wrongs. We will right these wrongs. We will right these wrongs. Take it away, Lisa. United will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Prophet man, we are saying no more war and misery. Brave new world, we embrace the end of rape and slavery. Prophet man, iron fists have ruled this world for too long.
Join hands, join hands,
Join hands with our justice, we will right these wrongs.
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 Right these
We will right.
We will right, we will right, we will right these
right, we will right, we will right, we will right.
We will right, we will right, we will right these wrongs.
We will right, we will right, we will right, we will right
We
these
will right, we will right, we will right, we will right.
We will right, we will right, we will right, we will right these wrongs. Prophet man. Woo. Okay. All right. That's a workout, yeah? All right, let me take a moment. Let me take a moment here. Let me take a moment. All right, first of all, I want to introduce our hard-working drummer. All right? Hard-working drummer. Bernice Boom Boom Brooks.
Hey.
Bernice Boom Boom Brooks. Yo, thank you, Bernice. All right. You know, this is one of those situations where, you know, you don't always know the people you're going to work with. You work with them for the first time, and it's like this has all been magic. You know, working with everybody's been absolute magic. So I have new friends and old in this group, and it's been fantastic. And the other individual sitting in the percussion side is my brother, Baba Sila Eric Spruill. Baba's played with the Owens Brothers Band in the past. We are kindred spirits, and you definitely will see us working together a lot over time. On saxophone, we heard from Lisa Parrott. All right, so thank you very much. We heard a trumpet from Pam Fleming. And we also heard Justin Mullins on French horn. Yeah, you got to look at the camera. That's the task, right? And on guitar tonight, doing both acoustic and electric, I think, is going to be Tomas Rodriguez. And I will also have to acknowledge that you know, we sent out social media with profiles of the various members of the ensemble, and it was wonderful to do that, and people really responded positively to that. One of those individuals was Ned Matura, who was originally supposed to be with us, also playing guitar, but as is the case with so many of us, the Rona interfered. So Tomas is definitely picking up the big stick tonight, and he's doing a great job. So thank you, Tomas. This is wonderful. Woo! And on my right and my left, now again, is it your right or your left, right? You think that. On my right is Laurent Grant Williams. Pleasure to sing with him. And on my left is Laura Bright. Pleasure to sing with her. And I will continue the introductions after a few more songs, definitely. Before we get into the more personal part of the program, I'd like to talk briefly about another one of the beneficiaries of tonight's concert, and that is the Weeksville Heritage Center. The Weeksville Heritage Center, for those of you who don't know it, is an historic site and cultural center in central Brooklyn that uses education, arts, and a social justice lens to preserve, document, and inspire engagement with the history of Weeksville, one of the largest free black communities in pre-Civil War America, and the historic Hunterfly Road houses. I had the honor of serving on the Board of Trustees for 10 years, and as president of that board for 5 of those years. The beautiful modern building you will see today is an incredible addition to the historic and humble houses that were discovered and preserved for all of us. The first executive director of Weeksville, when it had a longer name, was Ms. Joan Maynard, an incredible individual whose commitment to the site was and remains legendary. If you knew Joan, you knew there was no one else like her. She shared these words, excuse me, quote, "Every place has a Weeksville, where ordinary people came first and labored to create a more hospitable living setting for their loved ones. The rediscovery and preservation of this local history provides a means of reestablishing a continuity with the past so that children, armed with the knowledge of the contributions of their forebears, can gain strength to meet the challenge of the future. I hope that all of you subscribe to the Weeksville mailing site at www.weeksvillesociety.org, visit the site itself, and consider providing direct support. And it's my pleasure to provide a portion of the proceeds from tonight's benefit to Weeksville as well. And with that, we're going to go into a more personal piece of the program. Hopefully my voice will not abandon me. Got it. Knew I should have drunk that tea earlier. The next song we're going to do is a song called Farewell, My Love. Now, the context of this song is a sad one. Obviously, so many of us have lost people, certainly in the last 2.5 years. But even if there hadn't been COVID, there would have been losses to other issues. My wife passed away on January 25th, 2019, from a 2-year battle with cervical cancer. And that was a life changer in every sense of the word for me. I have many friends who have lost their significant others, and I want to embrace everybody who's had a loss. But there are a couple of names I want to mention just because they touched me directly in a big way. I have 2 friends named David who lost their spouses to cancer within the past 4 months. One, David lost his wife, Nancy, who was a college classmate of mine, and David was also a college classmate of mine. And the other David was a friend of mine from another high school, which shall not be named. But his wife, Florence, also passed away. And, my heart is totally with them. I have a friend named Barbara who lost her bill. And I have so many other folks. And of course, today is my birthday, right? For those who didn't know, right? It's Chris Oledude birthday bash, right? Today is my birthday. Folks here were kind enough, they got me a cake and everything. It's really cool. Thank you. But on my birthday, a young man, because he was young, who I knew, who was married to one of my best friends from high school, a woman named Lisa. He passed away on my birthday, just 3 months after my wife had passed. And so this day is, forever tinged for her with sadness, but at the same time, we remember, and we always want to remember the things that, gave us the love in the first place. So Farewell, My Love is dedicated to my wife, Sandra Dixon, and it's also dedicated to everyone else who experienced the loss. So let's go with Farewell, My Love. Farewell, my love, where are you today? It seems you've traveled far and away. I searched from high to low, from east to furthest west. I saw an opera once, the search was just a test, and in the end the heroes rest. Farewell, my love, you've taken my heart. I feel you're here, but we're still apart. Your smile is in my dreams, your voice is in my ears. My skin still feels your touch. I love you so, my dear, and I want pain to disappear. I thought we'd finish this dance that started through happy chance. One moment out on the floor created so many more. We built our love and our life. We had our peace and our strife. All I can do is keep dancing alone when I think about you. Farewell, my love, you've taken my heart. I feel you here, but we're still apart. Your smile lights up my dreams, your voice surrounds my ears. My skin still wants your touch. I loved you so, my dear, and I want pain to disappear. Farewell, my love, I'm here without you. My soul's your favorite color, so blue. Together we built joy and laughter for so long. We found our deepest love when things went oh so wrong. And all I want today is you. How can I say farewell? I just can't say farewell. Goodbye, my love, I bid farewell. to you. Thank you very much. That song was sung only once before in public, and that was at my wife's memorial. So picking up on this theme of dealing with separation of sorts, and as my grief counselor told me, death, like divorce and many other things, is a form of separation, and we have to deal with separation, and it's painful and it's unnerving, etc. And so many of us have had to deal with it. So this next song, Black Eyed Susan, was actually the first song that I ever wrote with somebody, although it wasn't planned that way. I read a poem by an acquaintance. I loved the poem, and I added lyrics and I wrote the music. And honestly, I don't know if she really liked it. I couldn't tell from her reaction if she really liked it, but I liked it. And she didn't tell me I couldn't do it and I couldn't use it. So Grace Cosgrove, if you're out there, I haven't seen you in years. This is a call out to you. This song, Black Eyed Susan, was your baby. And I just grew the baby up a little bit, But hey, this song is great and the lyrics were great, and it all started with her words, Grace Cosgrove's words. So, here we go.
Black-eyed Susan all alone. How does it feel to be without a home? The wind and sun, they bring your fears as you wait for nature to shed her tears. The early morning brings fresh dew. You quench your thirst until the sun intrudes. You feel strong until the end of the day, when he leaves you parched and goes away, so alone. Black-eyed Susan, so alone. Starry nights are times when two should give as one, but one has taken and just gone away, gone away. yellow arms are rough and strong. You wonder if he will touch them soon. He meets your black eyes gaze, it seems, but gives way to the rising moon. The early morning brings fresh dew. You quench your thirst until the sun intrudes. You feel strong until the end of the day, when he leaves you parched and goes away, so alone. Black-eyed Susan, so alone. Starry nights are times when two should give as one, but one has taken and just gone away. Two should give as one, but one has taken and just gone away. Gone away.
Woo! Thank you, Laura. Thank you. Encore. So I introduced Laura already, but the reason how I met Laura and how I met Laurent was through a gentleman, a Brooklynite, who put together a musical about Joe Hill. Yes, all the People's Voice Cafe people were like, really, Joe Hill? Yeah, definitely. And it's a great musical. He wrote it, he directed it, he musically directed it, and these two were in it, and they were great. We saw it, it was fantastic. And that is Dan Furman, who's sitting at the piano. And how did I meet Dan? Well, I met Dan through one of my old musical friends from the People's Music Network, which I'm going to talk about, and from People's Voice Cafe, which I'm going to talk about again. And that is the cellist and my musical confidant, and I could call him, what's the word for somebody who calms you down? He's my soother, not my soothsayer, my soother. And that is Barry Kornhauser on cello. And you heard him at the beginning of the song. And sitting next to him is somebody who I've met for the first time, but we've become definitely kindred spirits real quickly, and that is Pam Hamilton on the viola. And she's one of the few other people from Manhattan. There are only a few of us now. Sitting next to Pam is someone who I've come to know in the past year and a half. And she is also a client of the company that I started, ARTivistUS. You can find out more about ARTivistUS at www.artivistus.com. That's ARTivistUS. But Violizzi, otherwise known as Liz Taub, is our playing second violin today. And she has a wealth of her own work. And you can go to violizzi.com and find out what she's doing, with her work. And then also, I guess, was it through Dan or Barry? I don't remember who it was. It was through Barry again. Okay, the guy who did the solo, okay, and who's a master violinist, Eric Salazar. So Eric is definitely an inspiration, and he's got all kinds of great stories too, So it's fun to be with him. So, and then of course, hanging at the bottom and making sure we all stay solid is a man I met through a friend of a friend, okay? Sela recommended somebody to play bass who couldn't do it, who recommended this guy, and this guy's awesome. Buddy Booker on bass. And of course, in the small world category, it turns out Buddy Booker knows one of my college classmates. I mean, you know, just these things happen. So we're going to go into a slightly more inspirational section. And speaking of inspiration, we're going to talk a little bit about the other organization that is benefiting from this concert, and that is an organization nicknamed MOTI. And MOTI stands for Music on the Inside. During my time with the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office, and yes, for those who didn't know, I was with the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office for 7 years, working on reentry issues, I was introduced to an organization that has won my heart, Music on the Inside. I am now a member of the organization's advisory board. Music on the Inside, known as MOTI, connects youth and adults impacted by incarceration with professional musicians as teachers and mentors to bring hope and healing through the transformative power of music. One example of this is the matching of teachers and mentors, professional musicians, with individuals who are either currently incarcerated or experiencing reentry and who want music in their lives. You and I are here because we understand the value of the arts in our lives, and experience shows us that involvement with music helps people to get healthy in every way, stay healthy, and be the best people we can be. The goals of MOTI include the following: to create an environment for participants to express themselves, to engender empathy, creativity, teamwork, and learning through music making and listening, to increase focus through music, to introduce legendary musicians who overcame odds through music to incarcerated individuals, to create and record new music and songs by students, to inspire and support ongoing engagement with music upon release. The dynamic founder of this effort is Alina Bloomgarden, a dynamic individual whose history includes groundbreaking work with jazz at Lincoln Center, amongst other things. You can connect with MOTI, and I hope you will, by going to www.musiconytheinside.org. You can subscribe to their mailing list, and you can attend their free online monthly concerts. They are a real treat. Please consider becoming a supporter of this important organization. And I can also say, since today is April 9th, that there is a free concert tomorrow night at 6 p.m. featuring Richard Miller, an incredible musician who will be highlighting the music of Brazil. If you go to the website, you follow the instructions, you can register. You do not have to pay to participate, but if you choose to donate, of course, that's one way to provide direct support. So, that is MOTI. And without further ado, we're going to go to a new song that I wrote fairly recently, in fact, very recently, called My Song Sings in Your Heart. All right. Yeah, this is feeling good. You know, I have to say that when we had the first rehearsal last Monday night, everybody sort of looked at each other like, we're all in a room together in person. This is so cool. So it was my first experience, almost my first experience with doing in-person stuff. So, all right. 1, 2, 1, 2, drums, go. Can I get a vamp? Go now! You at the door, don't worry, I'll be there. If my loud choir voice is quiet, don't worry, I'll be there. If I don't get up one morning, shed no tears. 'Cause if my song sings in your heart, you know that I am here. On that day when you can't go on, don't worry, I'll be there. When your frown might replace your smile, don't worry, I'll be there. If your mind is caught in sadness and in fear, just let my song sing in your heart. You know that I am here. Just let my song sing in your heart. Let my song sing in your heart. If my song sings in your heart, I am here. If the mailman don't come around anymore and the sheriff just walks right by my door, let my song sing in your heart. Don't worry, I am here. If my song sings in your heart, don't worry, I am. To the band, here we go. Woo-hoo. All right, we got some baritone sax coming in. Here we go, baritone. French horn. Song sing in your heart. Let my song sing in your heart. If my song sings in your heart, I am here. Well, if this crazy world is getting you down and those demons pull you down to the ground, let my song sing in your heart. Don't worry, I am here. If my song sings in your heart, don't worry, I am here. All right. And that song was written just 5 days ago. So, all right. It's a party, right? The great thing about a live stream concert, as I kept telling people in the social media messages, is there's no drink minimum, there's no drink maximum. You can look like a fool at home. You can take any bathroom break you want. You can even bring your phone into the bathroom with you. It's like, have fun. It's a live stream concert. I love it. All right, so picking up on the theme of reentry, this next song was written a little bit more recently in the 90s. It was inspired by the Iraq War and all the people who were returning to Iraq after the war sort of calmed down, but it quickly was clear to me that it applied to so many more situations where people are separated from their community and need to come back and will come back and want to come back. It's called Home Again. And the first time I tried to record the song, and there's a friend of mine in the audience who's laughing right now really hard. First time I tried to record the song, it was in the late 80s. I think it was in the late 80s. And it just didn't quite work. But you know, you got to start somewhere. You learn by doing, right? certainly I learned by doing it in the course of preparing this performance, that's for sure. And I'm very grateful to everybody for doing that. So, Home Again, which is dedicated to everybody separated from their community, whether it's through incarceration or through war or through any other unholy, unnatural, and unfair means. May you be able to return home if you want to. Ready? Stars are bright tonight. The lights are out and the voice is low. So few moments are right here in this fortress of steel and stone. A chance to dream of the new life we lead. A chance to be what we have longed to be, free. Thunder and lightning, and all of their guns, can't drown the glorious sound when we return as one. I'll be home again. I'll be home again, and the sun will shine. I am home again. Home again. I'll be home again sometime. The bars look tall tonight. They believe in surrender and endless years. My mind will always keep fighting a sweet victory for my hope and tears. Oh, a chance to dream of the new life we lead. A chance to be what we have longed to be, free. Thunder and lightning, and all of their guns. Can't drown the joyous sound when we return as one. I'll be home again. I'll be home again, and the sun will shine. I am home again. I'll be home again. Let's hear that chorus again. I'll be home again. I'll be home again, and the sun will shine. I am home again. I'll be home again sometime. awesome. And let me postscript the song by saying it was originally inspired by Nelson Mandela coming home after his imprisonment, which is why there's, again, so many references to the prison as well. But as I said, it expanded. So that's Home Again. And wow, I'm quite moved by that. Actually, that is the first time that's been performed by a group, and all the different parts worked, and each of the and each of the layers. I mean, if you picture people coming home from exile in large groups, you know, there's the man who's walking at this speed, and there's the woman dragging 2 kids on this side, and there's, you know, the uncle, and there's the senior, and there's the young person. They're all doing different things and going at different paces, and so trying to capture that in that middle section is always a challenge, but it worked. So thank you all. Thank you all. I can't tell you how inspirational it is to hear your work done the way you heard it in your head and not defined by the group you're playing with. All right? So in other words, you wrote it, and assuming you write correct charts, which I don't always do, but you write it, and then it comes out the way you hear it, you know, in your head. And you're not crazy. You just finally heard it the way you wanted to hear it. Which brings us to 2020. Well, we all know what happened in 2020, right? Right? March 13th, 2020 is when my office went into lockdown, and I was going crazy, right? Some of us were going more crazy than others. I was definitely going crazy. You know, after all, my wife had died the previous year. I had a son go to Japan to start a 3-year contract. He's coming back this summer, and I'm really happy. My youngest son was living down the street in another apartment, so I was in my apartment by myself, and of course, you know, hey, look, I can't complain. I was better off than a lot of people, right? A lot of people didn't have places they could stay in because they couldn't pay the rent, you know? I had a job, I had an apartment, I had a job I liked, and I had an office that was well organized, right? And they would, you know, we were doing what we had to do. So I cannot complain, but that doesn't mean I didn't feel bad, right? Lots of people didn't feel well. So I wrote this next song, which I considered the birth of Chris Oledude. Chris Oledude started with 2 songs. The first was a song called George Floyd, which you will hear later if you stay and watch the video. And the second was this song called My Tower. And I was trying to take the blues and make it work by not over-personifying the virus, but personifying it. So here we go with My Tower. And you can hear recordings of My Tower on my website because it's actually one of the few songs that's actually been recorded in a studio more recently. So it actually sounds like a good recording. So, but tonight's going to be even better, right? Yeah. Featuring Lisa on alto sax. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just sitting up in my tower, cursing you out day and night. I'm just sitting up in my tower, cursing you out day and night. And I swear I will not let you get me down without a fight. I've been looking outside my window, wanna go out there and roam. I've been looking outside my window, wanna go out there and roam. I used to love this apartment, but now it's jail. This place just ain't no home. I gotta talk to somebody about this. You know you've got me always dreaming. In the twilight zone I'm sleeping. I run for help, but no one's here. The cars have left the streets. My friends have all been poisoned. My family has too. But I can heal my aching heart if I stay miles away from you. You saw what I was worth, I'd let you ventilate my purse. I'd like to flatten out your deadly curves. You hurt my world much worse, and you're still on the radio. You still come knocking at my door. I need some vitamin. See you later. I won't take this no more. Yes, I'm sitting up in my tower, cursing you out day and night. And I swear I will not let you get me down without a fight. Take it away, Lisa. I saw your new lover on TV, a total ass that knows no shame. I saw your new lover on TV, a total ass that knows no shame. You know, you quite deserve each other. You are leeches, yes, you're both the same. You're both the same. This is insane. I might be sitting up in my tower, cursing you out day and night. I might be sitting up in my tower, cursing you out day and night. But I am taking back my life. I won't give up without a fight. But I am taking back my life. I won't give up without a fight. Yes, I am taking back my life. You won't get my ass without a fight. You're gonna get a beat down. I might just be sitting up in my tower. I might be sitting up in my tower. Might be sitting up in my tower, but I'm gonna start today. I'm gonna keep you at a distance and put you away. I've had my vaccines now, and I know they're working, and you won't get another breath. So disappear like you should. I've got to fight for my survival. I've got to fight for my salvation. Yes, I know we've got the power to rescue this whole nation. I'm not sitting up in my tower. Cause I know we've got the power. Yes, we do. The very first time ever that song's been performed live. Ever. Thank you, folks. Same is true for a couple other songs tonight. You know, definitely. All right. So speaking of being angry and fighting back. Being determined. Let's not say angry, okay? Angry is such a male concept, right? You know, we'll just say we'll say we're going to be determined to take back our lives. So this next song is called "Do Not Go Gently," and this one was inspired by the battle against Ratner in Brooklyn. I was not a proponent or pro the arena. I freely admit it. I confess. Of course, everybody knew that anyway. So this song was written, and there's actually a video of me singing this song in a rock mode on the internet. You can find it. Do Not Go Gently. So this is not the first time it's being performed live. It's been performed many times, but this is the first time it's been performed with a group like this. So let's have fun. Okay? All right. We need to start with some calypso drums. On a family business near the square. She works long days in the diner for some 20 years. She hires 15 high school students. Every year, she shares their joys, and she often has to share their tears. But the town wants a mini mall, and though it's really rather small, no one ever asked Diane about the pay. They just write it all down as eminent domain. Jack wants a family, he is almost 35. He's on a hillside and he likes the view from here. He chose this spot so he would always see the sky, no matter who else or what else might be here.
The village elders decided
that the tax base needs high rises. Whatever happened to the Sermon on the Mount? Just elected the elders, now Jack doesn't count. Do not go gently into that good night. Do not surrender while we still can fight. Do not go gently into that good night. Do not surrender while we still can fight. Do not go gently.
Do not go gently.
Night.
Do not go gently.
Do not surrender.
Do not go
while we still
gently.
can fight.
Gently.
Do not go gently.
Do not go
into that
gently.
night.
Do not go gently.
Do not surrender.
Do not go
while we still
gently.
can fight.
Gently.
Do not go gently. Make them pay plenty. Do not go gently into that good night. Disco! Some sax. Everybody come in here. Take it away, Dan. What is to be done, huh? What is to be done? What do you do when they turn their back on you? What do you say when politicians walk away? How do you hope when the ones you trust the most are not there? What do you do when they turn their back on you? What do you say when politicians walk away? How do you hope when the ones you trust the most are not there? It's just not fair! Frankie and Johnny come to Freddy's every week, like their old dads and their Brooklyn granddads too. They met each other here, they love that crazy atmosphere, dig all the music, and they take a beer or two. Nah, quite a few. City fathers want to read us, so they create urban life. Neighborhoods don't really matter anymore if the dollar is all that it buys. Do not go gently into that night.
gently.
Do not go gently.
Do not go gently. Gently. Do not.
Do not go gently.
Do not go gently. Do not go gently.
Do not surrender.
Do not go
While we
gently.
still can fight.
Do not.
Do not go gently.
Do not go
Into that
gently.
night.
Do not go gently.
Do not surrender.
Do not go
While we still
gently.
can fight.
Gently. Do not.
Do not go gently.
Do not go gently.
Do not go gently. Do not surrender.
Make them pay plenty.
Hey guys, do not go gently.
Do not go gently.
Do not go gently.
Do not go gently.
Make them pay plenty.
Make them pay plenty.
Make them pay plenty.
Make them pay plenty.
Do not go gently.
Do not go gently.
Do not go gently.
Do not go gently.
Make them pay plenty.
Make them pay plenty.
Hey, look, don't gently, gently. Here we go. Do not go gently.
Go gently.
Do not go gently.
Plenty.
Do not go gently into that good night.
Well, there you go.
Oh, my headphones are ringing. My headphones are totally ringing. All right.
All right, then.
So, still on the theme of fighting back. Let me talk for a second about an organization that is all about fighting back. In 1984, I attended a gathering in Boston. Yeah, it wasn't for baseball. In fact, the only time I ever went to Fenway Park, the Yankees beat the Red Sox. I don't know what happened today, but anyway. Since 1984, I've been affiliated with a membership organization for artists like me, looking for people writing music that says something. And the bottom line is, I walked into an auditorium with about 300 people, and I was blown away. This organization included Pete Seeger, Holly Near, Charlie King, Bright Morning Star, all these incredible people and writers and songsters and songstresses and storytellers. It was just incredible. I was just blown away. But out of that came all kinds of great relationships. I already mentioned Barry Kornhauser. I already mentioned, I didn't mention Judy Gorman, who was my partner in music for a long time and now also as a client with ARTivistUS. It was a pleasure to work with her. We were introduced by Pete. Pete Seeger, who was a family friend of ours, said, hey, you two should be working together. Didn't say it like that. He said, you two should be working together. And we said, sure, no problem. Pete speaks, we say yes. So it's called the People's Music Network for Songs of Freedom and Struggle, or known as PMN. PMN sustains and grows a diverse community of performing artists, activists, and allies who use music, poetry, and other art forms as catalysts for a just and peaceful world. Please check out the PMN website at www.peoplesmusic.org to find out about upcoming events such as online song and poetry swaps, educational workshops, and other participatory activities. Artists of color who join the People's Music Network are eligible for the Matt Jones Technology Fund, which covers the cost of audio equipment to perform at online events and to record at home. This includes microphones, mic stands, and audio interfaces. Many grants are in the range of $100 to $150. To get info on how to apply, you can contact Matt Jones Fund, all one word, at peoplesmusic.org. And you can find it on the website as well. If you are an artist who uses their music to talk about peace and justice, you will find support and common purpose by joining this dynamic community. Now, PMN is not one of the recipient organizations tonight for this benefit, but I intend to do benefits for PMN, and I am a staunch supporter and give a nice monthly donation because I believe that it's a serious issue. And the bottom line is, the issue for the organization, which has really been addressed, is bringing in younger people and more people of color. There's an incredible group of artists that have really become alive, and it really has brought the organization a whole new dimension. So I really encourage you to check out People's Music Network if you've never heard of it. And so, in the vein of resistance, since there's so many great storytellers at PMN, I figured, what's a night without a song about the Donald? So, yeah, I know. I wrote this song, I started writing this song in 2020, was hoping to get it out for the election and have people have fun with it. Took too long to get it, actually, I got the tracks recorded, but to get it mixed and done, it just came out October 19th of 2020. And of course, the election was only 3 weeks away, and that's a little too late to get any traction with a song. It's called Orange Blues. Yeah, right, it was, that's what that means. Oh, yeah, okay. So we're going to perform Orange Blues. Again, this is a premiere, first time it's being performed live. But it also is one of the recordings you can access on my website that was a studio recording. And it's my pleasure to present it. Let me just drink some water. And this will feature several people. Excuse me. It'll feature Tomas, Lisa, and the drums.
Okay.
I will not have a voice tomorrow morning. But that's okay. The show will be over. All right, no more rehearsals. All right, here we go. We ready? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Is the color of my true love's lips. Each one is big and rich and ripe, like her most luscious hips. She wraps her legs around me, rocks me like a sea cruise. Then I wake up in the morning in a storm of crazy news. I got the blues. I got those crazy orange blues. Baby, please don't feel that your love's being used. But I need desire's fire to burn through those orange blues. I said black is the color of my true love's hair. There might even be a lighter colored strand somewhere. But I will stroke and pull those precious locks all night. 'Cause in the morning when I wake up, every day is such a fight. I got the blues. Whoa, I got those crazy orange blues. Baby, please don't feel that your love's being used. But I need desire's fire to burn through those orange blues. Tender is the nature of my true love's touch.
Yes, baby.
It's so sensational and wonderful and never too much.
Ain't no maybe.
I got lost in the curves and the warmth of your skin.
Tell me more.
'Cause only white hot love will fix the fix that I'm in.
I got you.
I got the blues.
I know what I gotta do.
I got those crazy orange blues.
Paint that color scheme for you.
Oh, baby, please don't feel that your love's being used. But I need desire's fire to
please.
burn through those orange blues.
I got what you need.
the voice of an angel, and you use the devil's tongue.
Like fire to
The
wood
passion of your purpose will keep me forever young.
when I'm good.
I want to praise your loving when the sun comes up each day.
Another day.
But a tweeted headline leaves my thoughts in disarray. Well, there will come a morning. There will come that day, another night of sweaty steaming.
Sweaty
Then the
steaming.
deep sleep falls away. We'll open up our eyes and ears after a blissful night. And we'll share a stress-free love because we finally won the fight. We beat those blues.
Speak your truth.
We beat those insane orange blues. Oh, baby, our love's a force we can't lose because we took desire's fire and burned through those orange blues.
Orange blues.
We burned through those orange blues. We kicked those blues away. Yes, and the orange one with them. I also have to acknowledge the lyrics were co-written with a woman named Wendy Ward, who's a fantastic individual, a doctor, songwriter, self-empowerment consultant. You know, she's fantastic. So she sings on the recording as well, and she's really a great person. But she co-wrote. I give her credit because I copyrighted it with her on there, even though she didn't want it. I said, no, you wrote some good lyrics. You got to be on there. All right, we're coming towards the end of our program. And, again, I want to thank everybody. You know, People's Music Network was important to me. It gave me the context and the contacts to do this kind of work. People's Voice Cafe is the forum that regularly provides that opportunity for artists in New York City. So please check out People's Voice Cafe. It's very, there aren't that many places where you can just go and sit and enjoy a decent night of music for a reasonable price. There's nothing fancy about it. We need to thank Judson Memorial Church because they're the physical home of People's Voice Cafe right now downstairs. Before that, it was the Community Church of New York on East 35th Street. They hosted People's Voice Cafe for years. People's Voice Cafe received a grant from the New York State Council of the Arts. I mean, there's a lot of support that's really beginning to pick up for this kind of thing. But without members, like all nonprofits know, without people subscribing, without members, it's very hard to show your relevance. Even if people love what they hear, you gotta do something in writing. Just at least subscribe to the mailing list, hopefully make a donation. So every organization can say, hey, we've got a following. That's why I wanted to do this, and it's an honor to do it. This next song was written 1984 specifically. It was specifically written because Jesse Jackson was running for president, and it was the Rainbow Campaign. And because of the Rainbow Campaign, there were little primary battles going on about who's going to go to the convention, right? In the black community, we had different slates of people running. This slate was running as Rainbow Coalition. This slate was running Rainbow Coalition. They were competing who was going to get to go to the convention on behalf of Jesse Jackson. And so I came up with the song called Rainbow Soul. And again, this is the first time it's ever being performed live. It was a pleasure to work on it with folks, and it's very different. This version is very different from how it was originally conceived in the recording that I made, which nobody ever heard, and I lost all the tapes, so I can't reconstruct it. But the bottom line is this is going to be hot, so I'm really excited. All right, Rainbow Soul. Trust in me, I put my trust in you. If we will be free, we have to do the things that aren't fun. Missiles and poverty trying to be one and find a new way. There's a light at the end of every tunnel. With each night good to see you here. I'm good, but we have to put aside our fears and make some new moves. So ask about my race, my gender, my planet, those dollars lost in space, the walls and the war. There's a light at the end of every tunnel, with each night a new day. All around us challenges rise, democracy in flame. You come and join. It's time to make a trouble. Bring your joy and your pain. In the name of justice for all, the rainbow shines each day. Sing out love. Shout out love. Rainbow in your soul. Share the love. Rainbow in our soul. Precious love. Let your rainbow shine. Each color every day. In every way. 250 years of changes were not planned. America, you'll always need our helping hands, our loving hands. Yes, we can save our land, save our land. So many died to build the dream. So many died to build the dream. Keep hope alive, we still believe. We still believe. Put your trust in me. I put my trust in you. If we will be free, we have to do the things that aren't fun. Missiles and poverty trying to be one and find a new way. There's a light at the end of every tunnel, with each night a new day. All around us challenges rise, democracy is flame. You know, come join the people, join the people, bring your joy and your pain. Bring your joy and your pain. In the name of justice for all, the rainbow shines each day. Sing out, there's a rainbow in my soul.
Shout out
There's a rainbow in your soul.
Share the love.
There's a rainbow in our soul.
Precious
Let your rainbow shine each color every day. In every way. It is on the street, all around my feet and here in me. Come on, take my hand. We are marching to the promised land. Yeah, it is on the street.
It is on the street,
all around my feet and here in me. Yeah, come on, take my hand. We are marching to the promised land. It is on the street. It is on the street, all around my feet and here in me. It's in me, it's in you, it's in us. Come on, take my hand. We are marching to the promised land. Come on, take my hand. It is on the street,
all around my feet
and here in me. Come on, take my hand. Come on, take my hand. We are marching to the promised land. You know, we're marching down to Washington, yeah. It is on the street, all around my feet, and here in me. That love, that love, that love, that rainbow love. It's in my soul. All right. All right. All right, so if our maestro Ray has queued up the two videos, you'll be able to see them right after this next song. The ones I emailed to you, WeTransfer. Oh. Okay. Well, the videos on YouTube, there are two videos that you can see. There are two videos that you can see on YouTube. One of which is the video George Floyd Say Their Names, which is the video that I made for the song. It features Wendy Ward, who I mentioned earlier, who's singing lead on that. And the reason why I mentioned that video is, number one, in just over a month, 6 weeks, there'll be the second anniversary of George Floyd's murder. And I think the video speaks to the frustration of the community, as well as specifically the frustration of women who have to pick up so many pieces after we deal with these kinds of things. So I do hope you go and see it. You can find it on my website. You can find it through the ARTivistUS.com website as well. George Floyd Say Their Names, Chris Oledude. A lot of people have seen it. It has won many awards at film festivals. I had no idea there were film festivals that accepted videos. It has won 50 awards of Best Music Video or something similar to that since we released it in beginning of 2020. And it's been viewed by 350 plus film festivals and received a total of about 150 awards at various levels. So people around the world understand the struggle that we go through in this country to make sure that law enforcement is applied equally and fairly. So I hope you go to see that video. And the other video I'd like you to take a look at, you can go to the ARTivistUS YouTube channel. ARTivistUS has a YouTube channel, has lots of great videos, including some by Viola Lizzie, some by Judy Gorman, some by Mike Glick, some by Lindsay Wilson. But there's a video that I put up for a song I wrote in 1983 entitled If a Woman Had Made the World. And it's designed to provoke discussion. The song is designed to provoke discussion, and the video went up during Women's History Month. I hope you take a look at it, and I hope you enjoy it. And it features a guitar solo by a college friend who I was in a rock band with named Clyde Spillinger. Clyde was a serious guitarist. He probably still is. Right now he teaches law at a law school, so I'm happy for him. But I also wish he was playing a lot of jazz here in New York. He's out in L.A. But I do hope you get a chance to watch it. It's dedicated also to my wife and my mom, who died in 2020 as well. Not from COVID, but she was 97 and a half, and I was happy for her to have lived an incredible life, and sad to see her leave. But I also know that she had an incredible life. So it's dedicated to them, but it's dedicated to every woman. And of course, now that we're celebrating the appointment of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to the U.S. Supreme Court, the next iteration will include her in the video. This one doesn't have her yet because she wasn't approved yet. All right, we're going to close this show, and we want to thank everybody again for coming here. And please go to People's Voice Cafe.org so you can get the lineup of great artists who are coming. This was always scheduled as a live stream because we didn't know what was going to happen, but there are people doing in-person performances, starting next week. So please check it out. They're great artists. Unfortunately, I don't have the list in front of me, or I'd call them out. I apologize to People's Voice for not doing that. This next song was also written in 1983. It's entitled Love is the Way. We'll close with it. And the genesis of the song will make you laugh, but I have to save it for last, because my mother, bless her soul, dragged me to a music conference celebration of Balkan music, Balkan singing. It was at Lake Minnewaska in New York, and I was 12 years old, something like that. And I was listening. I will admit I'm a fan of male choruses in terms of the sound, but this experience of hearing all these women singing these incredible harmonies and melodies. It was really mind-blowing. And one of the songs that they sang was a song whose melody just stuck with me. It was in 7/8 time. I won't sing it now because I don't want to spoil this. But years later, in 1983, years later, I'm writing this song and this melody comes into my head. So you never know where you're going to get your influences from. This one could have been a Ukrainian song for all I know. I think it was actually Yugoslavian or Slavic or whatever. But that's the origin of the chorus. It's called Love is the Way, and it's my pleasure to present it now. One, two, three, four. When I was young, my mama told me that man is good. There is love throughout the world and in every day. Now I hear man making excuses for the sad, justifying all the bad in a terrible way.
When you think it over, we have been chained by the force of our minds. We can do it over. We need a great love to ransom our time. So sing it.
Love is the way of giving, love is the way of living, love is the way of moving this world to be free. Love is the way of giving, love is the way of living, love is the way of moving this world to be free.
She says yes, he says no to different kinds. Everybody's drawing lines to keep us apart.
Why should we hate? Why should we fuck with anyone? We all need light from the sun, so let's open our hearts. When you think it over, we have been chained by the force of our minds. We can do it over. We need a great love to ransom our time. So sing it.
Love is the way of giving, love is the way of living, love is the way of moving this world to be free. Love is the way of giving, love is the way of living, love is the way of moving this world to be free. Love is the way of giving, love is the way of living, love is the way of moving this world to be free.
Love is the way of saving lives.
Love is the way of saving lives.
Love is the way of buying time.
Love is the way of buying time.
Love is the way of ending lives.
Love is the way of ending lives.
Love is the way of living.
Love is the way of living.
Love is the way of saving lives.
Love is the way of saving lives.
Love is the way of buying time.
Love is the way of buying time.
Love is the way of ending life.
Love is the way of ending life.
Love is the way of living.
Love is the way of living.
When you think it over, we have been chained by the force of our mind. When you think it over, we need a great love to ransom our time. So sing it.
Love is the way of giving. Love is the way of living. Love is the way of moving this world to be free. Love is the way of giving. Love is the way of living. Love is the way of moving this world to be free. Love is the way of giving. Love is the way of living. Love is the way of moving this world to be free. Love is the way of giving. Love is the way of living. Love is the way of moving this world to be free. Love is the way of giving. Love is the way of living. Love is the way of moving this world to be free. Love is the way of giving. Love is the way of living. Love is the way of moving this world to be free. Love is the way of giving. Love is the way of living. Love is the way of moving this world to be free. Love is the way of giving. Love is the way of living. Love is the way of moving this world to be free. Love is the way of living. Love is the way of living. Love is the way of moving this world to be free. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Happy birthday to everybody, April 9th. Happy birthday to all the April babies. Congratulations to People's Voice Cafe. Congratulations to Weeksville. Congratulations to Moti. Congratulations to People's Music Network. So it's a pleasure being with everybody. We hope you stay involved. All right, and have a good rest of your weekend. All right, don't forget to go to Moti's concert tomorrow night as well, and check out People's Voice for next Sunday as well, okay? Good night, good night, good night. Happy birthday to you. 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 Let's get it on. It's time to get down.
Happy birthday to you. 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 Happy birthday to you.
It's original song, everybody know that. It's not copyrighted. Won't have any problem.